It's time to drive the Ginetta G55 in Project Cars at the really small layout of Oulton Park. Try not to jump the start. Green light and it's go, go, go. The car doesn't have enough power for the back end to come out on the throttle, but we're off nonetheless. Just take it easy, let the AI drive themselves off the road. Hopefully take a place. There we go, thank you very much. Now the track looks as if it might be a laser scan track. I have to double check on the forums, but it's got all those nice subtle undulations that you tend to find on a laser scan track. They not only look really nice and not only feel really nice through the force feedback, but if you look at the AI cars in front and the physics of their cars jostling over the bumps, the suspension travel, it just looks gorgeous. And really, I find that a really immersive thing to watch when you've got a car jostling around in front of you. It really helps sell the fact that you're in a vehicle that's on a track that's got actual bumps on it and it's not completely flat, as was often the case in older simulators. The car seems to have bags of grip. I'm a little bit worried to go over the limit because on the braking you start to feel it starts to go, and I think if I'm going to go over the limit I'm going to be doing donuts, so I'm being a little bit timid on the braking. On the accelerator though, this car seems to have bags of grip and it doesn't have enough power to really cause any problems. I think the ideal route around this track would be to cut some of the corners and bump over the curbs, but again, after watching some of the AI in front ramping over them, I'm a bit worried to do that. We'll give it a blast. I just want to do a couple of clean laps before I start doing anything too crazy. Oh no, I've run out of track. That is one thing with these small English tracks, is that it's very easy to run out of road, and that's it. Race over, the grid's disappeared without me. I've been left behind at the bus stop. Okay, well that's a perfect opportunity to rag this car a bit now. Under the limit seems absolutely fantastic. The force feedback's communicating the road bumps. I can feel the weighting of the car. It seems like a very nice, stable, progressive vehicle. Let's see what it's like to actually throw in. Okay, I don't think it's that controllable for drifting, to be honest. Which you probably wouldn't expect of a car that's set up for a race. Let's just get into some moderate slides. Just dropping the throttle. You can throw the car around quite a bit, and you do get quite reasonable force feedback for the weight of the car, even over the limit. But I think it is a very tricky car to drive over the limit. It's hard to say in such a short period of time. I think you need to put a good couple of hours into a vehicle before really drawing any conclusions. And then on the brake, if you go over the limit on the brake, you're going to be going off quite easily. Surprisingly so, considering how much grip this vehicle has under the limit. So long as you don't go over it on the brakes, and you're just going to be stuck to the track, but then tiny bit over and that's it, off into the wall. And I think a track like this with so many bumps and undulations really magnifies those aspects of the vehicle, and you get bumps that will just catch you off guard, which I think is a really nice thing. With laser scan tracks you get details and movements in the vehicle that keep you on your toes. And when you have some of the older tracks in driving simulators in general, which don't really have the bumps there, they're so smooth that the cars all feel a bit dead and you don't really have to watch out for things. I'm getting a really sort of GTR2 vibe from this vehicle. Or maybe even like a GTR Evo feel. Yeah, I think I'll be really interested to put some more time into this car. Let's just restart the race. I don't think I've got the tyres said they were green on the screen. I don't think you can see it because the webcam's in the way there. But it'd be interesting to do a longer length race with this car. Maybe, I don't know if there's a skid pan track. It'd be interesting to take out in there and see what the car's like to handle on the flat surface and how much liberty it lets you take with it in terms of actually throwing it around more and driving over the limit. But I definitely think this is one of the cars which feels pretty solid in Assetto Corsa. We're playing Project Cars, not playing Assetto Corsa. It feels pretty solid to drive. Traffic going across the bonnet. It really is satisfying driving on these small English tracks. It's so good to finally have a driving game that actually has these dinky British circuits. I think there was a version of Oulton Park. There was a mod version in R Factor that was absolutely terrible. There's a nice mod version in Netcar Pro that was nowhere near as detailed as this. But you know, it seemed to get the general layout fairly close. But this, I think, is the best version of Oulton Park I've seen in any game. And if this isn't laser scanned, I'd be very surprised indeed, because it's just got all those little subtle details on the road surface that you tend to only find on laser scan tracks. Again, I think it's one of those cars that I'm getting a good vibe from it, in that I could see myself putting more time into it. There you go, on the brakes again. Oh dear, really need to get used to the brakes on this car and not go over the threshold whilst turning and then losing it. It's one of those cars where I think it's definitely making me want to put more time into it and get used to it. As the marshal's there having a little bit of a dance off. Let's drive a bit closer to him and watch him. I think I'm going to blame the braking on my G25 pedals because they're garbage. And not myself, because of course it would never be the driver's fault for driving badly. It's always the equipment. Everyone knows that. What I'm going to do, I'm definitely going to look at getting some Club Sport pedals, or maybe some Pro Simtech pedals, I think they're called. Not decided yet, but that'll be nice to use some different brakes. And the servo wheel would be nice as well. I'll keep going on about it. Look at these guys, they've had too much to drink, they're wobbling all over the place. But that's the Ginetta G55 GT4, driven incredibly badly in Project Cars. It feels like a really nice vehicle. We're going to look forward to it's yet another vehicle that I want to put more time into in Project Cars. Check out my other videos. I'm going to be doing more Project Cars videos. Let me know what you'd like to see. Thanks for watching this terrible video with terrible driving, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.